let's begin today's show then by putting the spotlight on Sistema.Bio, which is a global social enterprise that's specializing in innovative biogas technology. The company recently achieved a significant milestone, inaugurating the world's largest manufacturing facility for biogas plants in Chakan, Pune on World Environment Day. Alex Eaton is the founder and CEO of Sistema.Bio and now joins in on the show to talk about their plans as well as the recent inauguration of this plant. Thank you so much for taking time out. It's a sprawling area, I understand 130,000 square feet. Tell us a little bit about the annual production from this facility, the kind of capacity for prefabricated biogas.
Yes, thank you for having us on. The new Chakan plant will be the largest manufacturing facility in the world for pre-manufactured biogas plants, which can be distributed to smallholder farmers. And so now we have the capacity to make over 100,000 units a year. And in the same space, we have plans to be able to expand that production to over 300,000 units a year as we integrate automation.
So what was the investment that was put in for this plant? Because it's a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility.
It is. It is. Nothing like this has ever existed before in terms of the ability to take biogas technology from something that's traditionally been made in a bespoke manner in each farmer's home to something that's mass manufactured using the highest ISO standards, the excellence in quality, continuous improvement, and really, really high volumes.
So can you tell us what the factory currently operates at in terms of the total capacity and how the company is looking to grow the output over the coming years?
Yes, currently we're manufacturing 50,000 units, which will be installed here in India in 2023. So that's 50,000 units in the year. That's over 300 units per day being manufactured. And about 20% of the manufacturing capacity here in India will actually be exported to East Africa, Southern Africa for programs that we have there.
So there's a lot of cutting edge innovation and there's been a lot of tech integration. Can you tell us a little bit more about that with respect to the kind of machinery that you have and what are some of the products, etc., that you guys manufacture at this plant?
Absolutely. Just as a little bit of background, biodigester takes animal waste and it turns it into renewable cooking fuel for farmers, and it also turns it into a sustainable fertilizer to displace chemical fertilizers in the field. That's traditionally been done with brick and mortar systems. Our innovation is creating a very robust system that has a very, very long lifetime, but can also be installed in less than 1 day and is really, really easy for farmers to use. So it uses an advanced geomembrane material. And what the innovation at the factory is that we have advanced thermal welding equipment that allows us to create this very robust, high quality system, but that can also be folded and packed very easily and shipped from the Chakan plant here in Pune all over India and all over the world. And so what that means is that now farmers have access not only to really, really high quality technology, but a range of sizes. Our smallest unit is for farmers that might only have 2 or 3 cows in their house. We also produce large plants there as well that can work for farmers that have 100 or 200 cows in their household. And then we also manufacture and assemble and distribute from that point a series of biogas accessories. So a high quality cooking stove that farmers can use in their homes, also industrial burners, but also biogas filters, biogas booster pumps, other advanced biological filter equipment, biogas generators, electrical generators that produce electricity in addition to just thermal energy. So it's really a complete manufacturing and assembly and distribution point for biogas. And we really hope that that revolutionizes the amount of biogas technology that can reach Indian farmers in the coming years.
Okay, that's pretty interesting to understand. So Alex, tell us a little bit more. I mean, you spoke about catering to the small farm holders, the large dairies, the large food companies as well. What is the plan in terms of biogas units that you're looking to install by the end of the year, and how does it work for some of these companies as well as the small farm holders?
Yeah, we have 3 core pillars of our distribution strategy this year. The first and largest is working with the carbon market. So the global carbon market provides financing for smallholder farmers. When farmers install our technology, they dramatically reduce their methane emissions and they reduce the CO2 emissions that come from cooking with wood fuel. And so global carbon finance allows us to offer those products at a steep discount to farmers working through NDDB and other cooperative dairies around the world and around India and private dairies as well. We also work with CSR initiatives, and we also work with large dairy, international dairy brands that are really well known to help reduce the carbon emissions within their existing dairy supply chain. So all three of those come together, and we'll do over 40,000 units this year in India and another 20,000 units around the world that will be served from our manufacturing here. And we have another smaller manufacturing facility in Mexico as well. And really the potential is for us to really put smallholder and family farmers back in the center of agriculture in India. There's a global myth that smallholder farmers are inefficient. And the reality is they just don't have technology and training and financing that's designed for them. And what we're trying to do is prove that high-tech, modern technology designed for smallholder farmers can allow them to produce food that's healthy, good for their community, and sustainable, and produces less carbon emissions.
Okay, so it was, one of your company is one of those that have received the approval, one of the three biogas companies that have received approval from the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy to participate in the bioenergy program. Can you tell us a little bit more about how this is really going to help further the company's endeavors and a little bit more about the allocation that has been made by the ministry toward this program?
Absolutely. MNRE has been instrumental in biogas development in India for over 20 years. They've been managing traditionally the quality control on brick and mortar systems. Over the last couple of years, we worked together with other biogas companies to convince and co-develop with the ministry a series of criteria to ensure that farmers are receiving high quality, long-lasting technology that is fairly priced and that the performance is guaranteed. And so we worked with the ministry over a 2-year period to really validate the performance of our technology. And we've achieved that certificate and really excited to be able to collaborate with the ministry because the Indian government has seen that investing in smallholder farmers, investing in bioenergy, and investing in climate smart solutions is important. And so there is funding through MNRE to ensure that farmers have good access to this technology.
So, given that the Tata Trust really took the initiative to bring Sistema to India, tell us more about the kind of tie-ups that you have with big companies in the country and what the next few years could look like for Sistema.Bio.
Absolutely. Tata Trust really believed in us when we were operating in other parts of the world. They saw the quality of our work, they saw the innovation in the design, and they offered to support us with a project with one of their partners, which is called Sini in Daud, Gujarat, working in tribal areas where farmers, it was much harder to transport the bricks and mortars into these remote areas. And so they decided to try a modular, efficient technology. We really saw the power of our technology inside the Indian market and really saw that there was a space for us. And so thanks to their vision and their support early on, we were really able to take that, invest quite a lot in India, in our Indian team, and most recently in our newest factory. And yeah, the rest is history as we've become the biggest biogas player in India over the last 4 years. The next couple of years, we're excited. This is a really important area for Indian companies that have made commitments to become net zero. So we're working with Infosys, for example, that has been visionary in their desire to develop low carbon programs, especially in the communities in and around where they have tech and data centers. So we've been a partner with them now for over 3 years, developing projects that allow farmers discounted access to technology. And those are part of Infosys's global strategy to reduce its carbon footprint. So thanks to their vision, that is a trend that seems to be catching on, and we're excited to work with other corporate actors in India as well to reduce their carbon impacts.
Okay, and just take us through your plans and ambitious goals. I understand 1 million biogas plants in India by 2030. Who are some of the partners that you will collaborate with, and what has been your total funding up until now?
Well, our plans are very ambitious. We hope that we could actually do more than 1 million farms by 2030. What is unique about India is that there's just a really incredible dairy supply chain for smallholder farmers. So the partners that we work with today have cumulatively over 40 million smallholder farmers in their dairy networks, and we're also working with microfinance institutions, with private dairies, and with other people in the milk value chain. So we think with that incredible coalition of people that are able to reach small farmers, promote this to small farmers, that we could actually do more than 1 million dairies. We, as a company, are aspiring to reduce 1% of the world's greenhouse gases. And that means that ultimately around the world, we'd like to reach 50 million dairies in the near term, which would allow us to achieve that very, very ambitious goal. And the plan is, we've just reached 50,000 units here in India, which is about 1% of 5 million farms. And that's really an aspiration that lets us know that we can achieve this. And we've grown by 100x since when we started the first year of operations. We've been able to see that incremental growth, and the factory is the first step in that growth. So working with existing actors in the supply chain, through the goodwill of other Indian corporates, and obviously in collaboration with the Indian government. And Modi's made a very ambitious goal for India to be carbon neutral by 2070, and we'd like to be a part of that.
All right, Alex, thank you for taking time out and giving us a better insight into Sistema.Bio, their ambitious plans in India, as well as long-term roadmap.
Thank you for having me.